All right, now this stream is for real, you guys. I'm going to be doing some game dev or development on the Godot GamePad, which, if you don't know, is a cool little application that allows your phone to double as a controller with any Godot game you make. It's just you install this plugin here, and you can do this. You can customize your controller like you've got here. I actually will be making a devlog on this, but I haven't shown anybody this, so I'm pretty excited. So this took me much longer than I anticipated to make just this UI and make it like work. So here you can put it as empty, change the D-pad, you can put action buttons, you can then enable which buttons you want, and then make these like different letters, and you know how it goes. Yeah, I'm going to be adding quite a bit more to this. You can add like a gyroscope, so I'm going to make it act as a steering wheel if you want. There's going to be text entry, so you can like do kind of trivia games, and also just two single answer buttons. But for right now, I figure this will allow people to do quite a few things with just the joystick, D-pad, and action buttons. And then I'm going to add the square text button and text input buttons, because I think those will both be pretty easy to do. And then I'll start working on all the other crazy stuff. And once I get those two things working, I will go ahead and probably release a version. Okay, lit. Stream is working. That's good news. I'm actually going to close this out here. But anyway, once I finish that, then the idea is that I will actually have a product that works all the way through. You could use it to play a lot of games that you might come up with in your head, like for instance, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And speaking of that, let's go to the example lobby here. So this is this is an example lobby, and so you can see, obviously, I took inspiration from some game. It's pretty obscure. You probably haven't heard about it. To make this lobby here. And so you can click this and you start searching for controllers. I'll actually use my phone here and connect, because I have the app on here. Okay, cool. And then, so you can see I've got this, and if I hit connect, and then I pop up on the screen there as player one. And I don't know if yeah, so you can see down here in the bottom left. In this game, I haven't made it so I can actually control anything. I've just made it to make sure that like things are working. So you can see it's reporting which button I'm pressing down there in the corner. That was just to make sure that it's connected and everything's working and all right. But I spent like, I think it took me like 30 minutes to make this little demo lobby. I thought it'd be cool to have some kind of lobby so like people could see, oh, this is how you're supposed to use this plugin and stuff like that. I'm not going to be diving too deep in the code on how I did this, but yeah. Anyway, that is that. But what we're going to be doing today is, so essentially what happens is when you choose any of these like options here, device options, right? So like, let's say I'm doing two joysticks, okay? What's happening in the code is that it's actually this is a class, and these are all static functions. This is my first time ever doing this. So basically these are in place. And so what we're doing, because you can't do global scripts, and for other reasons, when you're using tool scripts, for some reason you can't access global scripts. Oh, actually, before I keep talking, I'm going to go ahead. I can't see if anyone's saying anything to me, so I'm going to go ahead and get on YouTube on my phone. My laptop broke again, by the way, if you have been following me. Cool. My laptop. Yeah. Colin Perry said, "What's up? What's good, Colin?" Yeah, my laptop broke again because Big Sur, I hate Big Sur, 11.2.1 made it so that my MacBook, and I found out that this was not just me, but it was rather rare, makes it so your computer can't charge. So it just died on me throughout the day, and I was like, well, that's weird, it's not charging. And then, it was 30% when I realized what was happening, and it was too late. And yeah, so now I have a service appointment, so that might take me another freaking month to get that thing working, which is a bummer, but at least I've got my desktop, right? So this thing's pretty awesome. But anyway, so this is a tool script, and if you don't know, tool script means that this script will run in the editor. So right now, it is actually running, whereas usually in Godot, it only runs once I hit Command R and like actually run the game there, right? And so what that allows me to do, so you can't use global scripts in the tool script, but what you can do is save to JSON. So the way that this is working, see, I'm trying to make it so I can read these messages a little clearer, but, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Sorry. So essentially, you're creating this dictionary right here, okay? And this is the layout, and this is like what's on the left side, what's on the right side, what's in the center. I haven't even set up the center yet. And this describes basically the layout of the controller, and by messing with this little thing in the inspector here, this GUI, you are modifying that dictionary. And then at the same time, you're saving it to a JSON. And then what we're doing is, so when we start up this lobby here, what's happening is that as it connects to a controller, it's shooting over via a UDP broadcast, like what, it's basically sending that JSON. We're coding it. Actually, maybe I can show you. I think it's, oh yeah, it's in the UDP broadcast script. Put packet layout. Oh yes, and then we're defining how to lay out. So this is the class that saves it and loads it. So it's a static function that basically gets you this JSON file. And so this is, so when I call UIBuilder.load layout info, that just returns the JSON. And then what we're doing, this is weird to me, but it works. So you call JSON.print, and then you put a dictionary or an array, and that turns it into a JSON string. And then you do string.toUTF-8, and that makes it in bytes, so that way you can send it via the internet. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's how that works. And so today what we're doing is actually, no, not there. I want to do here, OBS. Okay, I want to do you. This one can be full screen, or I guess maybe it can't be, but whatever. And then here, I want to go into GamePad Client, which is going to be right there. That's how you open up two Godot windows, by the way. I didn't even know you could do that. Let's see, is this thing? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. So, essentially, what's happening now is that we are receiving this JSON here. So in the UDP broadcast script, we're receiving this layout, right? That's going to be in that packet, and then we're turning it back into a dictionary. That's what this does. And then we're basically saying if it is a dictionary, then client.layout dict equals layout. And yeah, that's how that goes. Now, I'm foreseeing some problems with this already, because if you don't set up a layout, then you're going to get a blank screen, and I would like it to do default. And I think I want that to be handled on this end. I think I'll deal with that later, but that obviously won't make it to the release. But what I actually want to do today is once we get it, before I want to actually have the controller build what it got from that JSON. So right now, basically when you connect, this thing has the JSON, right? Or it has the dictionary, but I'm just having it create, I made functions to create what I want it to create, but I'm not actually instructing the program to do what the dictionary says. So that's what we'll be doing right now. So we'll say, so say client, I am going to do this. So I'm going to say layout, we should do this. Oh no. Yeah, I only need this already. So we're going to say var layout. I'll even do this. GamePad underscore layout equals client dot layout dict. I guess we can make this a dict. Okay, and so we know that this is a dictionary. I actually don't think I have to do this, but that's the deal, folks. Actually, if we go to client here, I don't. Yeah, okay. So client is a global script in this case. Rather than, yeah, I'm just going to make this an empty dictionary here. Yeah, so that way, just in case. And then should be able to do is right here. Yeah, so we're on the game. We're on the gamepad. Yeah, okay. So then what we're going to do is, so there's a left side, a right side, and I'm going to go here and go into this one, so that way we can see exactly what we're working with. So you get left side, and I think I'm going to just probably take something on the, because this is basically doing, these two functions are basically doing everything that I would need to do here. So we want to figure out okay, so that's how I did these. It's been a while since I've actually worked on the gamepad client, so let's actually go to the gamepad scene here. You can see we've got these guys. I'm gonna open these scenes up. And so what I did on these is I gave them their own spawn control functions. So that way it makes it much easier from this script. And this has a lot of the complicated stuff in it. And I actually think this is not going to be too bad. Famous last words. But so if we go, if we say if gamepad layout dict, that's too long. I'm sorry. I have such like OCD about naming things correctly. It's awful. But anyway, if layoutdict.get left side, okay. Yeah. If layoutdict.get left side, we're gonna say pass. If layoutdict.get right side, pass. And then I'll actually fill these in here. So essentially we're going to check if there's anything there. If it's not, well, actually, yes, there will always be something there because it will be empty. So this is maybe stupid. Yeah, this is stupid. I hate myself. All right. So I think what I did here is like if it was a button. So if this is a joystick or a D-pad, it says those. But if it's a button, it just says button. And then left side buttons will have which buttons and all the relevant information for said buttons. So what we'd like to do, let's go down here, go to what.get enabled, var button equals exists in buttons control location what? Oh, if type of what? No one's here, right? Yeah, no one cares. But clears buttons when button type is changed. Font.get enabled if button. If not, button info layout dict buttons. Okay, so that makes sense, but where am I changing? This is not where I thought I would get hung up. Okay. Okay. For button in layout, okay. If button info dot get turn button info. I should have done a better job explaining this, because this is a mess, obviously. It's heinous. Heinous like an anus. Patent pending on that, by the way. If what get enabled, if not button info. Okay. So I'm just going to say print layout dict. Yeah, okay. And the reason I'm doing that, oh, that's not, we want to go here, is just to see. Let me click extra buttons. Ah, I see, said that blind man. So that's a problem. So essentially what this is doing is, rather than just saying buttons, it's saying what type of button it is. I guess it's not really a problem. We can just do exactly what we did there. So we're saying, we're basically cutting to this. So draw on layout, right? So if what to draw in joystick.dpad. So I want to do this a little more smoothly. So if we look at this dictionary, right, we've got left side buttons, right? So we're at left side, that could be a problem. So I was thinking I could do a for loop of the keys, right? Yeah, so I can't do a for loop through the keys because I've got these. That could get ugly, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it the ugly way. So we're gonna do, yeah. So I'm gonna go layout dict dot get left side. Okay. So, and then this will return what is on the left side. So we're gonna say if does not equal empty pass. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. So essentially, there should be lowercase. If it's not empty, we're going to do something. But if it is empty, just, forget about it. Forget about it. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste that. And this is going to be right side. Okay. So if layout dict.get left side does not equal empty, and then we're going to say if what yeah, then we're going to say var left yeah, I think I'm actually going to do this a little bit differently. Yeah. No. God, this is not nearly, someone already, they joined and they're like, yeah, fuck this. Let's get the fuck out of here. I get it. It's boring. Okay, if layout dict dot get left side does not equal empty var. I'm just going to do this. So if layout dict dot get left underscore side. I might just clean this up later. In then we'll go joystick. And then dpad. Now, what I need to see with that is go into this script because wait, dude, what? What? Interesting. Oh, I see. So I have, yeah, so right here, but that is how I did these, I believe. Okay. Don't even see, like, that's why, yeah. In this one, I was much better at like labeling and saying like this is what this is doing and stuff like that, and I, much even better so in like this. See, I put very explicit instructions and things are labeled, and but not so much on this one where I was just kind of like getting it done. So basically, if it is a joystick or D-pad, then all we got to do is do left side control dot spawn control. There's got to be a, here, I'll do one. This actually ends up usually working for me. Left side control dot spawn control. Left control dot spawn control. Oh, what? Oh, there are problems. There are problems that make this very inefficient. Like, I could get away with it. So basically, I could get away right now. That's actually, how is OBS looking? That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, so I could get away with essentially saying, if it's joystick, do a joystick. If it's D-pad, go D-pad. But that's just like so not dynamic that it gives me AIDS. So, I'm just thinking about if I make this bigger and I've got like just a ton of different stuff, that could be a huge pain in the ass. I'm assuming you can't do this in a variable. Yeah. But that could be solved. Okay, let me check these out. I want to do, I guess I could do it here. So I'm going to string to, wait, say what? I don't have. Okay. So basically what I'm looking up right now. So I know there's a function called string to var, and the idea would be that I could just make an array, right, of all the different sides. This would be slightly more dynamic. We'd have like left side, right side, and center, top, center, bottom, or basically the 4 things I'm thinking about having. And then we could just, rather than have to do this for each time, we could, oh, you know what? We could do a match here. Yeah, string to var, I think would work. Or we could just do get, right? Yeah, that'll work. I don't know why I always look up string to var when I just need to do get and set functions. So get and set functions in Godot will allow me to put like a string, and it'll grab the variable. So if I do self.get, joystick, it will get joystick. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to spawn control. Oh, but if it's a joystick, we want to put true. Why is that the case? Why is that important? Has joystick. There's got to be a reason I did that, right? I wouldn't just, like who cares if it's a joystick unless there's some reason. God, this is a bummer, man. If button, in control.set button. Connect, button press, blah, blah, blah. Match anchor. Control set anchors. Else ins control.connect. Joystick has joystick. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay, so we're using is joystick. Why on earth? Why on earth would I do that? Okay, I'm gonna fix that right now. So that's what was confusing me. So if we go replace has joystick with, that's why I did that. It's because, yeah, because we can't name them, I can't name both of these is joystick. Okay, and on direction calculated, and what do we calculate? Input direction calculated, we're connecting that, self, on direction calculated. Oh yes, and then we're emitting the single input direction calculated, which is right here, giving the side, direction, intensity, and is joystick. So it's important to know that that's is joystick. Where are we connecting input direction calculated though? Oh, because that's not this function, that's the other function. Oh, and then I'd assume this. Oh, we've connected them physically. I haven't done that in a while, dude. That's hilarious. Oh, or not. Button released. Yeah, there we go. Input direction calculated. Okay. Okay. So, on direction calculated. There we go. Is joystick. So if is joystick sends last packets. Oh, that's why I did that. Okay, so when you're doing a D-pad, right? So essentially what's happening is that when I press on like the right side of the D-pad, it knows, okay, you are, like it calculates, I think to the right is 1, to the left is -1, or like 0, 1. This is 0, -1. This is 1, 0, and this is 1, -1. If you understand what I'm saying, like in terms of vector direction. And it's just like you press it and that's it. You know what I mean? That you can't change it. With the joystick, to make sure I don't drop any packets, I'm sending, every time one of these things is set, I'm sending 4 packets, right? So we send 4 packets. That way, if one or several gets dropped, you don't have to worry about it, because as long as one makes it, you're good. And then in between that, you're changing enough so that if all 4 drop occasionally, the percentage chance that that's going to happen is so low, right, if I'm making any sense, that it doesn't really matter. So if we're sending 4 packets, you're way less likely essentially to notice when 1 is dropped, or if 4 are dropped even. Yeah. Anyway, but the problem is when you do that with the joystick, because the joystick is getting not only direction, but also the like intensity, right? It's right there. The D-pad is always 1 or 0. The joystick can be any number between 1 and 0. So it can be like 0.003 or 0.956 or whatever it wants to be. And we're also getting, so every time that changes, also the direction changes a lot more, because you can just be a degree higher or lower on the joystick depending on, your thumb. So then it's sending way too many packets. So many so that it's actually causing the other packets to drop, because the way packets really get dropped, packet being basically like a signal, is really if there's interference. If there's a lot of UDP packets or signals coming in at once, it's, it doesn't stack them and then get to them later. It just drops the ones that it doesn't have time to get. So, but the reason I did this, the reason it says, oh yeah, by the way, I'm checking to see if anyone's talking. So if you're here and you want to say what's up, I'll chat with you. But the reason, if we go to side of control, that I have this has joystick is so that I can tell it to not send 4 if it's a joystick. Now I'm wondering if I can somehow make it so, I think I went through this and it was hard, but I'm wondering if I can somehow go through this and not have to actually specify that. Yeah, wondering if I don't have to actually specify as a Boolean value in this function that it's a joystick. If not, like this function can just figure out that, oh, so this control is basically like the device. Yeah, like so this would be a D-pad, joystick, button. So if we can just figure out like, oh, is this control, is it a joystick class? Then yeah, and I think actually, hold on. Godot has underscore variable. Let's check description, because this would be one very simple way to do it. Is like put a variable in the actual joystick that says joystick is true, whatever, and then like if control.has variable joystick, then set is joystick true. That would be nice. However, if you set some variable to null, this code will think that body don't have this variable. Okay, you could use methods from object class. Ah, there you go. Just get. Why do I always try to make things complicated? You can just do get, bro. Okay, so we're gonna make a variable is underscore joystick equals true, true, okay, and we'll save that, and then we'll go here and we're gonna say, so we're gonna say if control dot get is underscore joystick. Just because I don't trust myself, I'm going to do that. Exactly the same. If control.get is joystick, then has joystick is going to be equal to true. And that way I can now delete this, which is going to make me be able to make it notably more dynamic here. And of course, the same issue arises for the button, but I think I'm going to save or fix that in the exact same way. But you know what? I also don't have to do variables. I've never used groups before, but I could just do groups. I could say like if is in group buttons. Yeah, I could do that. But I think this will work. Okay. But then I think it's more readable if I put these in groups. So I wanted this to be easy. want to play Minecraft. Okay, well, it's, of course it's not. You know why it's not? It's because I said it was easy. That's why it's not. If I'm like, oh, this won't be too bad. This is going to be easy, you guys. I'm just going to... Okay, so we go to joystick, and we go, this is the node. And I believe the way we do this is we just do joystick. Or I want to make it joystick. And if I do add, then I believe it's just in that. And then if I go to like something like this, and go to node-wise, yeah, then it's got no groups. Okay, and then, okay, and I think it's just is in group. So Godot check if is in group. So is part of a group. Goes body is in group name. Grazie. You wonderful, wonderful being, Godot QA. Godot a QA. Okay. So now we're going to go here to side control where we're doing this. We're going to say if control dot is in group, and then this is going to be just joystick. Oopsies. Okay, is in group joystick has joystick equals true. Uh-oh. Ah. You silly, silly idiot. Okay. Oh, someone said, Runjin, don't want to interrupt you, just wanted to say your tutorial on preloading particles to stop the initial stutter upon first. It was massively helpful. Dude, thanks, Runjin. Thanks, man. Yeah, dude. That was really bugging me. And I figured that out at a time when I had no idea. I barely knew how to code. And I found it off some guy's blog. I tried to like put him on that video, but I'm like, no one knows about this. Like everyone else is just suffering through this. So I'm just gonna shout this guy out and make this video, and hopefully this spreads a little more, because I knew I wasn't the only one having that problem. And apparently people that do more complicated stuff than me are way smarter than I am, have actually used that to fix like shaders and other things that require the Godot to compile them at runtime rather than pre-compile them. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel like I contributed to the community. That's what it's all about, baby. And money. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's honestly what I'm doing this. I think it's really cool to be a part of some online community and actually help people. But anyway, so well, let's see if that works before I commit to this. In the way I would do that. Okay, so we can get rid of this variable now. And then we can go to GamePad, and then we would want to, did I get rid of it? And side control, no, we still have this, but I don't want it. Okay, so now we're not doing that. And then what that means for all of these is we don't need to, that's just so dumb. I can't believe I didn't, I mean, maybe I tried this. I don't think I'm that dumb that I didn't even try this. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Something with, maybe it was just because my computer was crappy. I'm assuming you have probably a pretty good computer. This is a nice computer now, but it's not even crappy. It's a MacBook Pro, you know, 16 gigs of RAM. It's like a decent processor. Like on the slower computers, and I think that's why you notice that HTML, it like really shows through. And I think like people that have crappier computers than me even, like, I mean, I know there's some, like my sister's computer only has like 6 gigs of RAM or 8 gigs of RAM. Like you're gonna need that. And she probably has a terrible graphics card. I think they're processing the graphics card. I don't know that much about computers, to be honest. I know that big gigabyte mean good stuff. So I do the big gigabyte. For this computer, actually, I bought a third, because Apple rips you when it comes to buying RAM. So I bought a third-party gigabyte, or a third-party thing of RAM for 32 from some website. And they accidentally sent me 2. So now I have 64 gigs of RAM in this guy. And it actually came in handy a few times so far. I didn't think I'd ever get up there, but I was editing a video. And when I, not compiled, what's the word? But rendered. When I rendered the video, it It took 22 gigs of RAM for like a few minutes to render that video. And I was like, I literally could, would have blown up my computer. Yeah, maybe it is. I mean, it's a Radeon Pro. It's one of the better Radeons that I had on there. But again, I don't know like what that means. I just know that like the Radeon, this one, like someone said was good on some forum I looked at one time. Like I don't really understand how like RAM and VRAM works very much. Oh, dude, yeah, and that's why like Macs kind of suck. This is the only Mac model and the trash can Max that you can get that you can upgrade the RAM yourself. Because like to upgrade to 32 gigs on a like through the Apple Store, they charge you I think like $800 from the base model of 8 gigs to upgrade. But I paid I think $100 for just the RAM separately, and I'm just stuck in it. So I saved $700, and it's literally you don't even have to take apart your computer. There's like a little latch on the back of the Mac. You just press this button, it swings up. You stick the card slots in there, you close it, and there you go. You got RAM. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're not shoving it in there, and make sure it's going in the right way. And boom, you save $700, and like, you can buy it off Amazon. Like it's ridiculous. And they've even gone so far, you can't upgrade it in Macs or laptops, and you can't upgrade it on the 21-inch iMac, only the 27, which is actually why I got the 27. I thought it was too big for me. I'm actually pretty glad I got it. Was because it ended up being cheaper to get the 27 and put in the RAM myself than it would be to get the 21-inch with the RAM. So, and it comes with a lit processor. This one's a 6-core i7. Yeah, and then the other one was like an i3 or i5 4-core. So quad core sounds cooler, definitely, and that's what it's called. So, all right, I want to see. Oh, but I'm going to have to. All right, let's see here. Non-existent function is in group and base packed scene. Why? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I just like Mac, man. Like I've lived on it my whole life. I like not having to deal with firewall and viruses, and like you don't have to worry whenever you watch porn. It's just safe. So yeah, and I'm just used to it. I actually am getting more and more. I was actually thinking about Linux or Linux, because I really like using the command line. Got on a hotkey now. It's pretty cool. I mean, clearly it doesn't get me, but that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. Never was into Windows. My sister is a Windows person. I don't know how either though. I think it's because I'm a simple person, and I don't like things to be too complex. And I think it looks prettier, but it's going in the wrong direction for sure. And that's why I bought one right now, because I'm like, who knows where it's going. So why? I don't know if you know this, Ranjan. Like I've never used groups before, and why is it saying but it's an object that's a packed scene? Is it because it's a scene? I want to use this function, bro. Reset some variable to null. Let's go to so workaround. You could use dummy setGet for some variable and has method function. Yes, I know that one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Oh, you love groups? Well, why isn't this working? Why is it telling me that this function doesn't exist in the packed scene? Because I thought it did, because control inherits from object. So why these no work? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go and do this constant joystick true. const joystick equals true. And then we'll go in side control and we'll say if control dot get joystick, do that. Okay. I think that worked. I think that worked, no? Okay, and now we should be able to do the same thing with button. So if I go to single letter touchscreen, what is wrong with me? What a stupid name for a button. The correct name is now action buttons, you guys. Like, it's so funny because you're like, what do you call these? Like the A buttons and B buttons? Like, I'm sure somebody actually has a name for those, but I was like, I don't know, single letter touch screen button. Yeah, so now I've named these action buttons officially. Oh yeah, Rungeon, if you don't know what this is, I'm making it so it's a controller you download on your iPhone, and you can play Godot games on the computer with it, which is actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and demo this for you, dude. Let me check this out, huh? Go over to Godot Code, the Godot GamePad. I'm gonna go to server side. It's really a new feeling. Just like I don't even have to worry about like, oh, I've got, you know, look all the crap I got up. I've got 3 Godot engines and Chrome and OBS. Like, I'm just not even tripping. I'm just like, that's fine. It's a new feeling. Okay, so this one I made it. So let's do this. So I've got the app here on my phone. Can click it. There we go. Connect, and so you can see if I click connect here. Oh, I haven't hit start server yet. Oh, something weird is happening. There we go. That was weird. Anyway, and so now you can see I can move. I'm playing just on the controller here. And you can see them playing. And it's real time. It's very, very low latency, very responsive. And so like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of possibilities there. You tell me. But I think this is cool. It's going to be free. Except I don't know. I'll need to put ads on it because you got to pay the App Store. Like $100 on Apple and $25 on Android, as I'm sure you know. Which is a botch and a half. And I don't know. I feel like if I did it... Oh, he's gone. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My troubles have all gone. There's no one to deride me. But you gotta have friends. Oh. Where's this export bar? Oh, it's good in groups. Let's go to the beach. Nichiman Judge. Oh, it's not there because I fucked it up. Yeah, so I guess I know that. This doesn't need to be an export. Oh, but it needs to be a variable. So it needs to exist. So I think I'm just gonna do is button. I should probably be consistent and then do is underscore joystick. And then we'll go here and we'll just change this to is underscore joystick. And then we're gonna say if control dot get is underscore button. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna go oh, something funky just happened, y'all. Okay, what just happened? Connect in object type control. Attempt to connect non-existent signal. Input direction calculate to method control. Oh, fuck. if control.get is button. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Major Donkey Kong. What am I doing? So it's right there. So you should be able to get it. Why is it returning null, bro? Yeah, so it's cutting packed scene. Oh, you know what? That might have something to do with it. Hey! Hey! Okay. Cool. Okay. So that makes sense to me. It's because, yeah, I guess that I was confused on what a packed scene was, and that cleared it up for me. It's funny how people have tried to explain what a packed scene is, but that's basically what it is like a packed scene is all the information essentially that is needed to create a scene, but it is not a scene until we unpack it with the word instance, which is not, unpack is probably not the correct word. We're instantiating the class, but yeah, that's essentially how I'm going to think about it, whether it's right or not. So, yeah. New UK person connect, test latency, I can record. Oh, dude, yeah, it's not over the internet. It's over direct Wi-Fi. So you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network. It's using UDP packets. Yeah, that was why that wasn't working. So yeah, it's over UDP packets, which are really fast actually, but they're just unreliable because they drop. But I'm actually, I'm just kind of getting away with it working because I'm sending, like, every time I press the button, it sends 4 packets. And so with 4 people, you won't drop those packets very often. And then if you want to do, like, for instance, I was thinking this could also be used in like trivia games, someone said, which I thought was really cool. And it's really easy to do like a line edit, text enter, and then once you're done editing the line edit, you hit enter, and then you send it. You would use a TCP for that. So then the TCP versus UDP is just basically it's a little bit slower, but it's way more secure. You're not going to drop a TCP packet, whereas you drop UDP packets like very often. This is all, yeah. Yeah, it's no problem. But those, like a trivia game, you don't need it really fast. The TCP is still pretty fast, like in terms of people, it's still going to be like that. So for those and like some other ones, I might be using the TCPs, and then you can potentially have like 50 people on, and it's going to stack those TCPs. I mean, I'm just learning. I just learned what all this crap meant, honestly, dude. But yeah, so the idea is this will be free. And then it's going to be a plugin. So here's the plugin. No, that's the wrong one. Where the hell is it? Come on. There it is. Okay, so this is a plugin. I've never made a plugin before. I don't know if you've tried it out. It's freaking cool, dude. It was hard, but it was cool. So here's my custom node here. So you can go here and then add. And then if you search gamepad layout, there it is. I don't know why it adds both of these. I got to figure that out. But you can add the gamepad layout, and then you can customize the layout. So like on the right side, right now I have action buttons, and I can say, oh, I want a full suite of buttons, or maybe you don't want this one for some reason. And then you can change the text, of course. And then, you know, you got anything you want, or, you know, for some reason did that, or maybe 2 joysticks. I can see that being a thing. And then, yeah, this is going to be expanded much more. There's going to be like a race car thing. I want to do like, because right now you only have a left and right control to spawn things, but I also want to do a center top like right here and a center bottom. And then, you know, I think there's a lot of potential in this being something. Dude, yeah, thanks. I think this can help, because the reason I wanted to do this was because I watched Vimlark. I don't know if you watched that dude, and he had that game Monkeys with Guns, and it looks sweet, but like I noticed everywhere he brought 4 controllers, and I was like, how much does it cost to buy a gamepad controller? And it's like, you know, like $40, and it's like, if I want to make like just a local multiplayer game that I can play with my friends, I don't want to have to buy those controllers or say like, yo, everybody bring your computer over to this house real quick. You know, it'd be cool if I could just show up with my laptop, or, you know, better yet, you know, I put this on itch, someone downloads it on itch, or maybe, you know, maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe I can put it on like a Roku or something somehow. I'll figure that out. You just hook it up to AirPlay, or stick an HDMI cable in. Oh, I forgot to stop printing something. And then like you've just got a local multiplayer game. You know what I mean? Like you could play a Smash Bros type thing, which is why I made this little lobby here. So if we do this one, we could search for controllers, and then yeah, I was blown away that he uses Construct, because I thought he did coding for like a living, or some kind of programming. But yeah, all those visual interfaces I think are much more confusing. Like I use DaVinci Resolve to edit videos. It's a free program. You should check it out for your videos. It's really good. You've got a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. And it uses like a graphical user interface when you try to get into more complicated editing, and it's so annoying. Like you know, there's like all these merge nodes, and you have this huge tree, and it's like, dude, like if you just made these like simple functions and told me what they do, I could easily make this work better. But yeah, this doesn't do anything right now, but it's just like to give players an idea of how the code would work to set up a lobby. So you see, like when I joined it, it added player 1 right there, and I could join with another controller, and then, you know, it would add player 2 and stuff like that. Yeah, dude. I didn't even like look into Unity with any degree of seriousness. Yeah, like I saw that like Brackeys was using Unity, a few people were using Unity. I don't know C# though, or whatever. I think it's C# that they use. I think, and you use the C#. Like I was like, and it seems way harder. I barely knew Python at that point. I'm like, oh, this is basically Python. In fact, I actually like GDScript better than Python, and by this point, I'm much better at GDScript than Python. Because I was doing data analysis for a nonprofit that I'm the president, or used to be the president of. And yeah, so now we're doing this. Okay, but anyway, I keep getting distracted. It's fun though. This is definitely better than just coding. Because this is where I actually do want to be. We want to go to gamepad, we want to go here. So we've set up side control, so we no longer need this to exist there. We do need to set the anchor every time though. So that is now that new function. If we go, ooh, I broke something. Dot set button. You'll see. I see, says the blind man. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But this should be better labeled. This should be button underscore text. That's what that should be. And then we'll. Yeah. Okay. And then I could type hint. I got into type hinting and stuff. Never used to do that. Oh, nice. I'm glad you like. I feel like most people are like, oh, he's just coding. He's not doing anything cool and graphical. I'm surprised at how much I like it. I'm actually just got accepted to medical school. That's my path. I'm not into this, and I honestly sometimes I'm like, oh, I think I messed up because I like this a little more than working with people. But I love helping people, and I love science and stuff. So I'm pretty happy I'm doing it. But this is cool. But yeah, I definitely like hanging out and chatting. Okay. So this will need to exist. So, and then I could type hint this is a string. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to. And then we go to GamePad. Right. C. Okay, cool. So, and then this shouldn't be affected. Cool. Okay, so layout.get left side equals does not equal empty. So now this is ugly, right? Because that's very hard coded. And I'd like to make that dude, yeah, I'm watching this video to learn how to do something. Like, I get it. I feel like that's the thing about I need to realize too is like a lot of people watching these videos actually don't code or like don't really like. I started watching these videos when I didn't code really, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. Game development's cool, and so like I have to entertain those viewers at the same time. And I definitely noticed the videos where I have a lot more code in them and not as much like just pretty cool things going on. The retention rate drops off like rapidly. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's not fun. It's rough. So yeah, I've got one acceptance. I'm hoping to get one more where my girlfriend goes, because if I get in there, it's free. Free medical school. They substitute your food. They pay some of your food, and they pay for some of your housing. Dream come true. That would be awesome. Yeah, so this is real ugly. We can do, so I'm thinking I do a array of the different portions of the controller. Right now it's just left side and right side. So I'm gonna go var science. I hate naming variables. And this is just going to be left underscore side and okay, and eventually there will be center, and then what I'd like to do here is say for side and sides, and then we should just be able to do all of this. Okay, afloadic.get side does not equal empty. Get side. Okay. If layoutdict.get side does not equal empty, if layoutdict, and then we'll have basically else hashtag is a button. Okay. Spawn control. No, this we need to take 2. So I want to change these to be, well, we can just do this actually. That's going to make my life much easier. If I name these that. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to comment those out for right now. Yeah, dude, we're not doing too hot on the medical front, especially in the U.S. I mean, it's just, I know you got some crazies over there too in the U.K., but like people are just nuts here, dude. Like someone at my mom's work, like my mom has a doctor's office, and so I was able to get vaccinated because I work there against COVID, which is nice. I've got both my vaccines. My mom does, and one of her receptionist basically was like, I don't know, I don't really trust the vaccine and all this stuff. And she just got COVID, dude. Like, and so it's like, like people are like, it's like, I don't know, like Bill Gates might put a microchip in my penis. It's like, oh, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. But I don't know. But yeah, if I got in there, it'd be really cool. It's also 3 years instead, which is really, really dope. Because I don't have to spend 4 years. And then what I'd like to do is actually go into space medicine, at the very least aerospace medicine, which means you would most likely, I'd work in the Air Force Base at worst case scenario, which is actually really cool. But best case scenario, I'd be able to go work for someone like Bigelow Aerospace or Blue Origin, SpaceX, NASA, and actually take care of the astronauts, their families, and also everybody else that works at NASA. And that would be the dream. I actually just applied to a SpaceX medical student rotation program. Probably won't get it this time, but you know, they needed a medical student with data analytics and programming skills. I'm like, dude, that's like such a narrow pool, and I'm in it. So I'm really, I'm hoping, and also I know that they like people who love SpaceX, and I freaking love SpaceX. Like I've been on that bandwagon for so long. So hopefully that came through. I mean, I basically chortled their balls in my essay of like, I have watched every launch since I was 13 years old. Okay, if layout.get side, if let.get side in joystick D-pad. Okay. Then I'm gonna say var, like a, you know, we're gonna need to do that regardless. So we're gonna say var, actually, I guess we want to put that right there, because if it's empty, we don't even need to do this. So say var, so let's pass here. So we're gonna say var, okay, we're gonna say side underscore control is going to be equal to side. I could just do it this way. Yeah, it's capital control side. Yeah, I agree, and I really hope hope we make it 50 years. But yeah, if we do, it'd be pretty nice. And yeah, Elon Musk, it's pretty cool guy. I've heard he's a hard ass, but I actually thrive under that. I like being pressed when I work. I like to really work hard when I work and then just enjoy my time off. I don't like to kind of like, yeah, that's why I could never do a job I don't like, because it's like, it's awful. When I do a job I like to just murder it, and then when I'm off, just not even think about it. I hate going half-assed in something I don't like. There's like nothing worse for me. Okay, for side and sides, if layout.get side does not equal empty, var side control equals okay. Yes, but I want to do self.get. I think that's not readable. Let's just do side plus control. Okay, that's more readable. I keep doing the other way because it's cool, but not because it's cool. It works better when you have multiple things you want to input, and it's supposed to be more efficient, but this is not. I don't think this is where I really need it to be that. Fuck it, let's just do it. It is a little bit more efficient, so maybe. Supposedly this is more efficient for formatting strings. If you do this S and then do this, it replaces whatever's this. And then if you make this an array, you can do like side, side, and then you would just need like another one in here. It would replace that one. That's how it is in Python. We can just do this. There we go. Okay, cool, cool. So essentially what this should do is actually get me this. So it should be able to get that for me. And then we'll say if layoutdict.get side in joystick or D-pad, we want to do side underscore control dot. Oh, and then what I'm going to do, I can't do that though, unless I make these a class. Because if you make, I don't know if you probably do this because you're. Yeah, nice. We'll find them the same. Yeah, I don't know if you use classes, but just recently I started using classes in Godot, and it's really nice because I don't know if there's other benefits, but the reason I like it is because one, you can do type hinting with the classes, and then once you type hint, like here I could type hint like side control, you know, and then when I do this, all their methods come up when I just hit the period there, so or colon or whatever it's called. But now I gotta go. Well, actually, they're all right there. Spawn control, spawn underscore control, and then get the side. Okay, then I'm gonna go. I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of. Well, we'll just do. We'll see. I might refactor this later. So I say var var thing. Yeah, we'll say var device. Yeah, var device equals layoutdict. We should 100% make layoutdict.get side a variable. What is wrong with me? Var. No, we can just redefine side, but that's, I don't know, I'm gonna do that. Side equals layoutdict.get side, and then these can just be changed to side. Nope, it's gonna fuck shit up. It's gonna fuck shit up. Var side. This is getting ugly, dude. This is getting ugly. It's not gonna function. Oh, we need to go this way. That's why. Oh, god damn it. Side equals layoutdict dot underscore side. Okay. And then this is going to be I should do this actually. Okay, so if layoutdict.get side does not equal empty, we know we've got something there. Var side control, which is going to be the control we're going to spawn it to, equals self.get, and then this, so that will get us one of these. Putting side in there, beautiful. And then we change the side because we no longer need that. I don't believe so, at least. Side equals layout underscore dict.get side. And then we no longer have to write layout.getDict side. Every time we can just go if side. Oh, that should be var side underscore device. Okay. Side device. if side device and joystick D-pad, side control dot spawn control. Side device dot replace. So it's not going to know this because it doesn't know it's a string. Yeah, it has to be string. Okay, cool. Okay, so what are we going to replace for? We're going to replace this for nothing. Just like that. Okay. Trying to assign, okay. Oh, Beanie. Oh, Beanie. My little baby. I would show you my little girl. She's really cute. But, okay, maybe I try show. Oh, yep. This thing's got a range here. Can I see? Can you see? Can you see the doppelganger? Oh, and this is dangerous. I'm teetering my entire MacBook. Let's leave you with, let me go this way so I can do it. Now you can kind of see her. Because I'm going to go wash my hands. So she's going to freak out because she doesn't like it when I leave her. She doesn't like it when I leave her. Okay. Stay right there, Bubbaloo. And shoes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got you two little girls. Oh, I think you fucked it out. I just chugged this. Nice. Oh, your baby. Yeah, I actually haven't even officially adopted her yet. I started fostering her because I fostered her for a day. I was like, I love this dog. I'm like, I'm going to medical school. I can't do this. And she got attacked that day when I brought her back because I guess they could tell that she was with me. And I was like, see. So I was like, okay, I'll take her. And then I'm like, I can't leave this dog. But she loves me, dude. She's really nice. A little crazy, actually. As far as pugs go, she's really got a lot of energy. She's down to play like all the time. Which is definitely going to be an issue, but I want to do... Okay. Maybe I do this, then I do this, then I do... Okay, image slideshow, image, display capture. capture device. Okay, there that these. And so I'm actually just gonna keep this here while I make this. I'm going to make, I think it's a media source. Okay. And then I go here, I go browse, and then I think it synced over with my iCloud. But I used to have a nice little, or not, it would have been in this. Where is it? Where, oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Load screen. There we go. Click that movie. Loop. Restart playback. Active. Okay. Hilarious. This is just a, like, I was trying to make this and it ended up just being a recording because I like couldn't figure out how to make this work. I'm so dumb, actually. I could easily get this to work in DaVinci Resolve. No, because the glow, yeah, I actually just recorded this in Godot because I really like the way the glow looked in Godot. Or Godot is official, but I prefer Godot. But anyway, so now I'm going to get rid of this device. Yes, and then I'm going to make this just a wee bit bigger. If I hold Option, is that going to work? Do we do that here? It's not going to let me go bigger. Oh, because that's not media source. Yeah, let me do that. There's no Command Z. Okay. Can I not shrink this? Oh, what the hell? Okay, so I can shrink it. There's no command. Why is there no Command Z? What kind of operation you running here, OBS? Okay. Can I hold Option? Oh, that's what it, maybe I do that and then hold Option? What about Command? Shift? Okay, fine. See if I can center that. I wonder if you can, is there like a centering option? Why does my phone keep turning off? It's plugged in you long enough. I said Godot too. I think that's how it's meant to be said. No, it is actually pronounced Godot. That's why it's a robot is the head thing. But I think Godot sounds better. Yeah, the developer said it's Godot, but sucks for them because I haven't heard somebody call it Godot like since I've been doing this, except for one Jonas Tyroller, interesting guy. When he did like his intro to Godot video, he's the reason I figured that out. Color rename, blah blah. Okay, I'm just gonna have to eyeball it. That's cool. That is cool. Oh, is this gonna do? Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Well, let's hope that. So excited. Looks centered to me. Centered enough, I'd say. Anyway, there we go. So that's loading. Let me do this. Go back. It's loading. I should figure out more because I'd love to put that on a little bit of a timer so you don't have to see this when I unclick that. But okay, I'm going to finish this and then I need to take these dogs out. I'm actually at my girlfriend's parents' house watching all the dogs. Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, he's a fun guy. He's fun to watch. One of my, I'd say probably, I think he's my favorite. I used to like that guy Randall, if you know who he is. But he's kind of like, I still like him. I still enjoy him. But like, he's gotten too like, bro, for me, personally. But yeah. So I wonder if this would work. Oh, except we don't have the layout dict currently. So if I run this, errors. Oh yeah, that's why. So what I'm gonna say is if not layout dict, okay, and we're gonna say else, and then we're gonna do all this. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this. Probably shouldn't do it that way, but why, bro? Oh, cause of that. Okay. Why you not like this, huh? Oh, because I have renamed this. Yeah. Well, this is probably just as fast as doing the find and replace. Okay. Okay, so let's play this. No errors, beautiful. And then now what I'd like to do is do this and do pass. Oopsies. Oopsie doopsies. Okay. And nothing. Okay, so that's good. That's actually what we want to see, ironically. Oh, I can do this. Go from the connect menu. Then where the hell is it? Right here. We can do example lobby. Search for controllers. And now if I connect. Oh! Oh! Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. Oh, of course. Oh. Oh, because, well, gosh darn it, yo. Is it here? I'm gonna have to do this again. I thought it was enough. Okay. Well, yes, indeed, we are going to have to do this again. Who knows why? That's not right. That's wrong. Okay. Invalid call non-existent function instance in base string. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I know what that means. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so what are we passing? We're passing it right here. Spawn control. Yo, dude, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Self dot get. Oh, I guess we could do that. Okay. 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 Try this one more time. One more time. And that is dynamic as fudge, okay? Because, well, it's not actually that dynamic, but it's, you know, it's pretty good. Like, I'll only have to write, like something for buttons after this. And then, I mean, I can't imagine this being another, like maybe like 6-7 lines. Like, I'm sure it could be better, but that's good enough for me. And that works for the joysticks. So that's very good. You know what? I think I'm going to give it to myself. Not for today. I'll probably come back to this not on stream and work a little more. But I'm going to go walk my dogs, I think. Let's see if... I don't know, dude. I see Windows stuff all the time, and I'm like, dang, I wish I had a Windows. And of course, both people, Mac and Windows, have made it nearly impossible to use each other's stuff because they're dicks. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be able to run .exe files. You're like, oh, Mac looks cool until you're like, oh, I can't run all of these .exe files on my computer. So it's like, you know what I mean? And then, like, you know, it's got all these protective features, which are nice, but then it's kind of annoying when you get into the kind of stuff like you and I would do, you probably do more than I do, where, why you do this? Because, like, you know, I'm trying to download some guy's game from itch.io, and it's like, oh, your security features have made it so that you can't open this application because it's not registered from Apple. And there's no way for you nowadays on the newer versions of the OS software, like the Big Sur updates, you can't open those anymore. You can't even go up into your preferences and change those. And I'm sure you can some kind of difficult way, but it's just like, it's annoying. I don't know. And there's all these like things that I'm noticing on the terminal where like I'll try to access a folder and it's like you don't have permission. I'm like, dude, why? And then I'm like, I'm the freaking administrator. It's just like, oh, well, you might be a hacker. And I'm like, dude, I'm not. Okay, I promise. But yeah, good talking to you too, man. Maybe we should do a little collab one of these days, huh? But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna walk these little girls, and I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna play some Minecraft, and I'm just gonna stream it, and we'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm gonna be a gaming streamer, but Northern Lion got me into Minecraft, so I'll be back on after done with these walks. Okay, all right, see you guys. Let me stop this. I stop this thing.